Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Guzzy and this is Chat with Guzzy. Please, if you're here to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. The housemates had their pool party today. Let's not even talk about timing because I don't know how many times this season we have to keep repeating timing. Big Brother is in a world of his own. Well, they did the pool party, and if you ask me, I would say that the housemates tried. Like, Ibuka had told them that, their party last week was boring. He slept 30 minutes into it. So, they were trying to give this time around. Yes, we saw Kelly Ray, that is usually in the grill, even entering the pool, yes, while he was still grilling and all that. We saw him and Kassia. He was in the pool and Kassia was dancing with him. And the next thing we are seeing Case in front of the housemates. Yes, she had done it. It was brief actually. And she had repeated it again. Yes. And Kelly Ray was acting all shocked or surprised. I'm like, okay, you people should continue this your script. Well, we had Nelly serving us with bum bum shaking. We had Wanni and Handy serving us with bum bum shaking. Yes. We also had this girl Wanni at some point shaking her behind with Sean just basically hitting the behind. Yes, as she was at the staircase of the pool. I was like, she was at the stairs of the pool. I'm like, it's not easy. Oh. He was beating it like drum. At a point, he had put his ear on the nyash. I said, what is happening here? We had Sean. For me, Sean does not dance in any party, but we saw him actually trying to dance. If you ask me, the housemates actually did try. Yes, they did try to make things lively for this particular pool party. And I like the fact that they were not just doing based on their shipping, Kenny, they were dancing with themselves. Yes, like Anita danced with TJ, we saw Tofa and Wani dancing. It's not the regular this you can see on your screen. When Wani did it, I was wondering what was happening. I was like, imagine if this girl falls now the way she hung herself in that pool. It's disaster will just be seen. Didn't say now only this one she do. No, there was a time she was dancing and then she was using her hand touching her lips and then touching Sean's lips, touching her lips and then touching Sean's third leg. Yeah, she was touching his dick and was touching her lips. I'm like, Wani, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan? At a point sef, she was doing a private show for Sean if you ask me. Doing being all seductive and the rest. At a point, she nibbled on his neck. At a point, she continued her seduction. I'm like, wahala dey. Yes, hi. She was kissing his cheek, talking to him. I'm like, wahala did this night too. But it was how she was doing all that and she was still able to move from Sean, go and dance with her sister and come back to continue like no, she never left. I'm like, girl, you're really working overtime. Yes, we had Tofa and Anita kissing also. At some point in the pool party, we had Onyeka and Ozzy talking. I'm wondering, wait till now they talk. While other people were having the time of their life, then they decide, say, na talk, they want to talk, they hug each other. In this whole pool party, the time that shocked me the most was when Ben washed his hand in the pool. I'm like, hand wey you just use chop meat wey get pepper, you put am for inside water wey people dey enter. Well, he also could not rock Chizoba's nyash that was delivered to him on a platter. And the funniest part was when Chizoba was dancing and then Nelly was after her. And if you had seen the expression on this guy's face, like this guy, he could not believe the dance. And I know that he was not looking at Chizoba. Nelly Nyash been the look. I'm like, this boy. In all, you see Kassia, you see Victoria, you see Wanni, you see Handy, you see Nelly. Those girls were giving us their bum bum vibes. Yes, they were shaking what their mama gave them like no tomorrow. At a point, Seth, we got a splitting from Wanni. It was that serious. If you ask me, it's safe to conclude that this pool party was given. Yes, it was given all that it was meant to give. I mean, Ebuka telling them what he told them on Sunday was the opening that he needed to bring it for this particular pool party. The only set of people that did not dance were the Umbadiwe twins. Every other person delivered. Moving from the pool party, let's talk about other things that happened in the house. Yes, we saw Wanni talking to Onyeka and asking her, this your hips, are you sure they are real? And Onyeka had replied her, telling her that yes, they are real. I'm like, Wanni, what is your business? You will not face front and mind your business. Well, we saw the Colgate tax happen, yes, and they were in groups of 8. Yes. Now, how did they get their grouping? They actually picked this lucky dip. They picked and they picked how they were to go. Yes. And for the teams, we had team Bright Smile, which had Tofa and Kelly. We had Zero Cavity, which had Onyeka and Sean. We had Fresh Breath, which had Chizoba and Suj. We had Healthy Gum, which had Handy and Ben. We had Strong Teeth, which had Victoria and Nelly. We had Younger Smile, which had Wanni and Kassia. We had Team Protection, which had TJ and Anita. And last but not the least is Till Calcium in actually, which had OZ and OC. Yes, it was a lucky dip. The brothers found their way back to each other. Now, Big Brother had told them that the game was going to be played in two phases. The first was a quiz game, and thereafter, they were to basically create a perfect smile using the dummy that was provided. And for that one, no, in fact, all teams except Team Younger Smile, which had Kassia and Wanni, yes, they all got their questions correctly. For Kassia and Wanni, I mean, I did not understand. Kassia, instead of reading the question for one of their questions, read the answer instead. And Wanni just went along with it and told her what was meant to be the question and then repeated the answer. Also, for the second question, she did not read the question properly, and that was how they failed that one. Well, for the second part of the whole task, they were to create the perfect smile, and that they did. Now, each teams did, and at the end of the day, we had Team Bright Smiles having 230 points. We have Team Zero Cavity with 240 points. We had Team Fresh Breath with 240 points. We had Team Healthy Gum with 250 points. Yes, Ben and Handy at this point were leading. We had Team Strong Teeth with 230 points. We had Team Younger Smile with 220 points. Yes, Kassia and Wanni, they were the least so far for this particular round. We had Team Gun Protection with 240 and then Team Calcium in with 240. Now, the phase 2 was basically Colgate Smile Heroes. Yes, Big Brother had told them that they were to navigate through obstacles and get to the Yanga station and remove all the cavities on the tooth. Yes, he had told them that a team member must pick up the life-size toothbrush, yes, and that for the first obstacle, that's the teeth, they must not run, but they must walk through the teeth. Yes, he had told them that for them, they should make sure that they do the other activities, but that first activity they must not run. Yes, and then they should walk through the other obstacles and step on the zero cavity board and then step on the yellow spot, walk through. He had described the whole obstacle thing for them to do. And guys, well, at the end of this, because there was a monkey bar stuff there, and if you ask me, that was hard. Like most of the housemates could not do the monkey bar stuff, but kudos to TJ. I was shocked that Tofa could actually do it. Tofa tried though. And some other housemates just pulled through. But you see, the ladies, most of the ladies could not. I think for the ladies, it was just Kassia that ended up doing it. And actually, she deserved the round of applause that she got from Biggie. Well, at the end of the day, Big Brother had told them they had 6 minutes to play, but most of them had finished like very early. And Big Brother had told them that they were going to get points according to how they finished from 50 to 45 like that. And at the end of the day, Big Brother had told them that okay, oh, calcium in, that's OZ and OC, have to go back and replay because they did not listen to the instructions and they did not wait for themselves. Now at that point, I'm like, Biggie, I don't understand. If such a thing happens, is it not to outrightly disqualify them, or when they were playing, you tell them to go back? Which one is they have played finish? You are not telling them to replay. Well, the fact that he called Suj and Chizoba back, I felt was fair. Yes, because other people had used them to learn. Plus, it was during Chizoba's time that Big Brother had said, okay, you've been trying for a while, so you can just go through that whole bar, monkey bar, and other people were doing that. So for me, it was quite fair that they had to repeat the process. Well, at the end of the day, the winners were Team Fresh Breath, which were Suj and Chizoba. Okay, moving from this, let's talk about Kassia's diary session real quick. Kassia has spoken about how their script for their wager was missing. Yes, they have spoken about the missing script and how there was no time to write another script. So they would just basically try to go around it. And I'm like, these people are losing their wager again. They're never hungry. Well, in her diary session, she had spoken about how Wanni isn't considerate. Yes, for her, she uses lots of ingredients to make food for herself, her sister, and Sean. Yes, and when Big Brother had asked her that, okay, oh, this thing that you're saying now, have you spoke to Wanni about it? She has said that she had not spoken to Wanni about it. However, she plans to talk to Wanni about it. That people have said that she's a very blunt person, so she wants to speak to Wanni in a way that it will not cause issues between them. And Big Brother was like, okay, have you also spoken to the head of house about this your complaint? And she was like, no. Big Brother just moved on to the next subject matter, because I mean, you have not spoken to the person concerned, you have not spoken to the head of house, yet you are coming to report the girl to Big Brother. I did not understand it either. Well, moving from that whole thing, for the script, Big Brother had hinted that why not write a new script, and she had said that there was no time, and Big Brother had just let it be. Yes. Now, for her separation with Kelly Ray, she had said that, I mean, the separation had not hit yet, that everything is still the same. Yes, so maybe when one of them gets evicted, that's when it will hit, because that will be the first time that they will ever be divided, that they will not be together as a pair. Yes, that since they got married, they have been together. So maybe when one of them is evicted, that's when they will get to feel the whole separation of the pairing. Okay, let's move from this and talk about the game that Big Brother had given them to play. I mean, the housemates were sleeping, the house was boring, so Big Brother had given them a game. Now, for the game, they were first of all to do a lucky dip to find out who will be the game master. Yes, whoever picks game master is the game master, and that person has to pick 5 leaders who would pick people. You get, ba? Who will pick people that would then pick other people to be in their teams. Yes. And at the end of the day, Victoria turned out to be the game master. Big Brother had told them that, I mean, there was a reward at the end for the winning team. Now, she had gone ahead to pick Anita, Wanni, Ozzy, Onyeka, and Osi as the team captains. Now, Anita had picked TJ and Nelly, Wanni had picked Sean and Tofa, Ozzy had picked Suj and Kassia, Onyeka had picked Chizoba and Handy, Ozzy had picked Ben and Kelly Ray. And I mean, that whole game was hectic. It was meant to be a fun game, but it ended up being so hectic, so disastrous. Yes, like at some point you would think that the housemates were going to pounce on Victoria and finish her. I wonder how she was just calm all through and she did not argue with them or anything like that. Because I mean, the whole musical sound thing as a buzzer, it wasn't giving at all. Well, at the end of the day, we had OC, Ben, and Kelly Ray. That's Team Cool Eyes. They won with 105 points. While in second place, we had Sean, Wanni, and Tofa with 65 points. And we had Ozzy, Suj, Kassia with 60 points. Then Anita, TJ, and Nelly with 55. And Onyeka, Chizoba, and Handy with 45 points. Well, Big Brother hasn't given the reward to Cool Eyes yet, and we are waiting that reward. Now, moving from that, Nelly had raised an observation talking about how anytime they want to do all these tasks, they give her a seductress role. That this is the second time that she's just going to play it and just be calm. However, moving forward, she's not going to be playing that type of role anymore. Yes, and she was not hiding to say it. She was telling Onyeka, Suj was there, and at some point, Kassia came along. And it was funny how this girl Onyeka had nothing to say. Yes. Well, moving from that, Big Brother had called Onyeka to the diary room and it was just so sweet. Yes. Because Big Brother had spoken to her to wish her a happy birthday. Yes, he had gifted her balloons and he was just basically eulogizing her, telling her how giving her praises and basically I would say praying for her, but definitely he was wishing her well. Then he had asked her if she had any birthday resolutions, and she had said that for her, she's going to be applying the things that she has learned in the house, which is that she would not dim her light for anyone. Yes, that she wasn't doing that before she came into the house, but when she came into the house, she found out that she was dimming her lights for other people. Henceforth, she would make sure that she does not dim her lights for another person. Yes, Big Brother had told her to go ahead and meet her subjects as her subjects are with her. And I told her that, I mean, the storeroom will be open. When she got out, Big Brother had opened the storeroom and he had given her Pepsi, Mirinda, that's for the house celebration now, cake and small chops. Did I mention that when Big Brother was actually speaking to her, she was crying? Yes, she was crying. And for the things that he gave her, they all shared it. Yes. Now, Beauty and Neo want to suffocate us with this their love. They say, lie you, you people must know that we are booed up. Well, that's all I have for you guys on this particular video. Please do well to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I love you all. Bye, guys.